Привет, друзья! Сегодня мы узнаем степени сравнения самых употребляемых английских прилагательных и наречий. Давайте начнем. Good – хороший. We are good people. Мы хорошие люди.
We are good people.
Did you have a good vacation? У вас был хороший отпуск?
Did you have a good vacation?
We are good people. We are good people.
Better – лучше. I'm feeling much better. Я чувствую себя намного лучше.
I'm feeling much better.
The weather is better today than it was yesterday. Погода сегодня лучше, чем вчера.
The weather is better today than it was yesterday.
I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling much better.
The best – самый лучший. He's my best friend. Он мой лучший друг.
He's my best friend.
His modesty and sense of humor are his best qualities. Скромность и чувство юмора – его лучшие качества.
He's my best friend. He's my best friend.
Little – маленький. He looks like a little boy. Он выглядит как маленький мальчик.
He looks like a little boy.
It looks like we have a little problem here. Похоже, у нас тут маленькая проблема.
It looks like we have a little problem here.
He looks like a little boy. He looks like a little boy.
Less – меньше. She's got less than 5 minutes. У нее осталось меньше 5 минут.
She's got less than 5 minutes.
The illness affects less than 1% of the population. Данное заболевание затрагивает менее 1% населения.
It's got less than 5 minutes. It's got less than 5 minutes.
The least – самое меньшее. It's the least I can do. Это самое меньшее, что я могу сделать.
It is the least I can do.
That is the least of my concerns. Это наименьшее из моих забот.
That is the least of my concerns.
It's the least I can do. It's the least I can do.
Much – много. She talks too much. Она болтает слишком много.
She talks too much.
The children never eat much. Дети никогда не едят много.
The children never eat much.
She talks too much. She talks too much.
More – больше. How can she earn more than me? Как она может зарабатывать больше меня?
How can she earn more than me?
The more he has, the more he wants. Чем больше он имеет, тем больше он хочет.
The more he has, the more he wants.
How can she earn more than me? How can she earn more than me?
The most – самый большой. I hate you the most. Я ненавижу тебя больше всех.
I hate you the most.
That family owned the most land. Эта семья владела самой большой частью земли.
That family owned the most land.
I hate you the most. I hate you the most.
Old. Старый. Kendra's just an old friend. Кендра просто моя старая подруга.
Kendra's just an old friend.
My old car was always breaking down. Моя старая машина постоянно ломалась.
My old car was always breaking down.
Kendra's just an old friend.
Old friend.
Kendra's just an old friend.
Old friend.
Older. Старше. You look much older. Ты выглядишь намного старше.
You look much older.
People become more forgetful as they get older. Люди становятся более забывчивыми, когда они становятся старше.
People become more forgetful as they get older.
You look much older. You look much older.
The oldest. Самый старый. That's the oldest trick in the book. Это самая старая уловка.
That's the oldest trick in the book.
This is the oldest church in town. Это самая старая церковь в городе.
This is the oldest church in town.
That's the oldest trick in the book. That's the oldest trick in the book.
Big. Большой. He's a big boy. Он большой мальчик.
He's a big boy.
She works for a big company. Она работает на большую компанию.
She works for a big company.
He's a big boy. He's a big boy.
Bigger. Больше. I'm going to have to rent a bigger house. Мне придется снять дом побольше.
I'm going to have to rent a bigger house.
Their car was bigger and therefore more comfortable. Их автомобиль был больше и поэтому более комфортный.
Their car was bigger and therefore more comfortable.
I'm gonna have to rent a bigger house. I'm gonna have to rent a bigger house.
The biggest. Самый большой. What is the biggest problem you face in the kitchen? С какой самой большой проблемой вы сталкиваетесь на кухне?
What is the biggest problem you face in the kitchen?
The city's biggest headache is traffic. Самой большой головной болью города является автомобильное движение.
The city's biggest headache is traffic.
What is the biggest problem you face in the kitchen? What is the biggest problem you face in the kitchen?
Easy. Легкий. It's not an easy task. Это нелегкая задача.
It's not an easy task.
He's had an easy life. У него была легкая жизнь.
He's had an easy life.
It's not an easy task. It's not an easy task.
Easier. Легче. Easier said than done. Легче сказать, чем сделать.
Easier said than done.
There must be an easier way to do that. Должен быть более легкий способ сделать это.
There must be an easier way to do that.
Easier said than done. Easier said than done.
The easiest. Самый легкий. It wasn't the easiest escape. Это был не самый легкий побег.
It wasn't the easiest escape.
He thought this was the easiest way to get rich. Он думал, это самый легкий способ разбогатеть.
He thought this was the easiest way to get rich.
It wasn't the easiest escape. It wasn't the easiest escape.
Happy. Счастливый. Are you happy? Ты счастлива?
Are you happy?
The story has a happy ending. У этой истории счастливый конец.
The story has a happy ending.
Are you happy? Are you happy?
Happier. Счастливее. I'm happier than I have ever been. Я счастливее, чем когда-либо.
I'm happier than I have ever been.
She returned from lunch in a happier frame of mind. Она вернулась с обеда в более счастливом расположении духа.
She returned from lunch in a happier frame of mind.
I'm happier than I have ever been. I'm happier than I have ever been.
The happiest. Самый счастливый. This is the happiest day of my life. Это самый счастливый день в моей жизни.
This is the happiest day of my life.
Elderly people who stay active are usually the happiest. Пожилые люди, которые сохраняют активный образ жизни, обычно самые счастливые.
Elderly people who stay active are usually the happiest.
This is the happiest day of my life. This is the happiest day of my life.
И на сегодня это все. Спасибо за просмотр. Если это видео было вам полезно, ставьте лайк и не забудьте подписаться на канал. До новых встреч!